This is Tuesday's workout, phase 2. Again, starting with squats. Now we dropped our reps from 10 to 4. So again, you're adding weight now in this phase, but we're never sacrificing that technique. If your technique is being sacrificed, then you need to lighten up and always dominate your technique. The weight will come after that. So like we went over in phase 1, you're going to line up your hand in the same position. Usually that's what the knurling on the bar is great for. Bring your elbows together in back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. That'll create that shelf. Put the bar on your shelf. Your feet are going to be on the same plane, shoulder width apart, wherever's comfortable in that area. And again, like we talked about in phase 1, sit your hips back, your big butt, big chest flat back, but sit those hips back. Let that be your first motion, down to parallel, back out. Again, rack it, take your break, then repeat. Our next one is hex bar deadlift. This is new for this phase with the hex bar deadlift. Over here. You can see on most hex bars, there's 2 different handles. There's a high handle and flipped over. There's a low handle. If you're short like I am, ideally everybody is using the short handle. Come on over here. Oh. Ideally everybody's using a short handle. If you're tall, if you're one of the forwards and you are a tall girl and you lack lower body flexibility and your technique is being sacrificed here, then go to the high handle. Otherwise, if you can have a perfect technique on the low handle, that's where I want you to be. But when I do this, most of the time you're going to be pretty far apart as far as the hex bar allows you to be. Lower yourself into a good position. And again, our big 3 we always talk about is big butt, big chest, flat back. That never changes. So I'm going to put myself in that position, the shoulders back, big butt, big chest, flat back. I'm going to drive through my heels and come straight up. And again, like we talked about with squats, sit those hips back until contact, back up. Biggest mistake most athletes make, Aaron, go ahead and shoot this from the side. Mm-hmm. The biggest mistake most athletes make is on their first one, they'll round, bend over, and pull it, and then start. Or when they're done on the last one, they bend over to set it down. Okay, if you're too tired when you're set it after your last one, just drop it. But on your first one, we always want to maintain that good body technique. So we're always here. Whenever we're picking up weight, so to protect ourselves from injuries, we're always in that good body position. So from the side angle, I'll show you again. You're here. As this weight gets heavy, I tell my athletes to pull themselves into the ground, keeping your arms straight. Drive. To contact. Back up. That's the hex bar deadlift. Next one we have is calf raise circuit with weight. Always going toes in, toes out, and neutral. We use sandbags for weight. You can do it holding dumbbells. You can do it on a machine if you have a leg press or a hip sled. You can do that, add weight that way. So again, I'm going to put my sandbag on. Toes in, full range of motion. Toes out. And neutral. So that's the calf raise circuit with weight. You're going to superset that with the one-legged hip thrust. The one-legged hip thrust I'm going to show you on the stability ball. You can do it on a bench, doesn't matter. The bench is going to give you obviously more stability. There's a little bit more of a balance aspect when you're talking about using the stability ball. So I do the one-legged hip thrust. I have my arms out for support to drive my heel into the ball. Okay, if you want to go whole foot, whatever works, whatever allows you to get the most hip movement out of it, go ahead. But up, full range of motion with your hips, back down. And this other leg is just kind of sitting in the air, not doing anything. I'll show you the other leg. Down, up, down, up. But again, pop those hips so you get that full range of motion. So go calf raise circuit with weight over to the one leg hip thrust, then take your break. Next one we have is Gabby squats. Gabby squats is simply a single leg body weight squat. I'll do this the best that I can. When you get to the point of doing this, and you're short, which helps, you're going to be able to come down, keep your toe off the ground, but tap your kneecap. It's a tap, it's not a slam into the ground. It's down, tap your knee, back up, down, tap your knee, back up. You're trying to maintain contact with the ground with your entire foot. If you need help, I usually have my kids go on one of the racks or a bench or a partner and use that on the inside if they need help. So down, and use it the least amount possible to get up. Ideally, we're always staying square. We're not rotating too much. So we're down and up. And again, you'll have to play with how you center your body and which way that should go. But again, keep that entire foot on the ground, tap your knee, keep your toe off the ground, and back up. You're going to superset that with the one-legged stability ball, one-legged curls. So again, now I'm going to start ball on the back of my foot, other leg up in no man's land here, arms out for support, pop my hips, in, back out, show on the other leg, pop my hips, in, back out, your hips always stay high on this one. So you'll go Gabby squats, superset leg curls on the stability ball, then take your break. The next two we have, go back to our upper body. I had shown you, we've done military triple set on this, or the 3-set strip. You're doing curls first here. So on the curls, the curl 3-set strip on your sheet, it says 3-set strip 1 times F plus 5. The 1 time through, we just tell you got 1 time through this. F stands for failure, plus 5. So you're going to go to failure on this, and then the plus 5 is you're going to cheat your way to 5 extra ones. And the 5 is just a number. You could do 25 or 30 if you wanted to. But when we do this, you're going to pick your 3 weights in descending order. I'm using 20s, 15s, 5s. You know, some of the big football players might use 50, 45, 40. But the big one with this one is most of it's mental. This one gets very mentally draining. But on this one, you're going to go full range of motion, all the way up, all the way down, as many as you can, until you can't do anymore. Then the plus 5 is going to be your cheat. If you want to go outside your legs, if you want to bounce them off your legs, you can use dumbbells, you can use a bar. But once I'm done with that first one, I can't do anymore. I did my plus 5 by cheating. I'm coming down right away to my 15s, as many as I can. Can't do anymore, then I'm doing my plus 5. Cheating any way I can. Then right away, I'm coming to my next set, my 5s. Do as many as I can without cheating, and then my plus 5. I'm doing it any way I can. So that's the curl 3-set strip. The next one is going to be triceps. Some of you have tricep machines. You could do that, picking 3 weights. Usually you're here, you could do that. You go in failure until you can't do anymore. Then cheat, use that momentum for your plus 5. Put the pin in a lighter weight, same thing. Then cheat, then move the pin on the dumbbells. An easy way to do this is on your dumbbell, you're going to create half a triangle with your hand, place it inside the dumbbell, take your other one and close it across. Then you're going to keep your elbows in, get the full extension, do as many as you can. Use your legs for help. The plus 5, drop down, next one, as many as you can, plus 5, drop down, as many as you can, plus 5. And some of you might know different tricep exercises. Again, you can do them on a bar, you do curls with a bar, many different ways. We choose to do dumbbells because we have a lot of them in here. Well, that's Tuesday's phase 2 workout.